Local businesses, especially those on a very small budget or small teams, if they just did 3 to 5 of those things you mentioned earlier to get started marketing better, which would you suggest starting with? I think that's a good question. It really depends on the type of local business that you have. So, the example I give is the 24-hour locksmith. Nobody wants to subscribe to the 24-hour locksmith's Twitter or their email subscriber list. You may not even go to their website. What really matters is you're locked out of your apartment. It's 2 in the morning. You search on Google. You better be there. And for you, you should absolutely do Google Plus Local optimization, because Google Plus Local is their directory and their map. It's what's on your mobile phone, and you need to be number one, because that's who I'm calling in that kind of emergency services environment. It for other people who are more loyalty based, things like Facebook can be done very effectively with a minimal ad campaign to build a nice audience. Email marketing has the highest ROI of any channel. It's 8 times more cost effective to bring existing customers back than get new customers. I think those are, you got to have a website, and it's got to be mobile optimized. If you can start now, you probably want to do a responsive design site. WordPress, there are plenty of themes out there. You could buy for a couple $100 and get a designer. You could do something for, under $1,000 if you choose wisely. Those are the types of things that I think you absolutely have to do. But in this world, they might find you on Yelp. Restaurants with 3.5 stars are 63% more likely to be full than those with 3 stars. So, that makes, I could convince you that Yelp is the channel that you need, or I can give you the email marketing stats that they'll tell you email marketing is what you need. And I think the reality is, you need to do, there are tools out there that can let you do all of these things reasonably well, and you should focus on a couple doing really, really well. I mean, I would argue that kind of our local SEO solution is kind of like the Ferrari, as it's been called by some of our partners. Just the way we go about optimization, because it's so important. 83% of local searches have Google's map on it. You got to be on the map. So I think Google Plus Local is probably the most important one for any type of business. And I think you've got to experiment with what matters to you. If you have any questions, you can email us at gethelp@localvox.com. Be happy to do a free analysis of your business. Say that you met on this chat, and I'll make sure the sales team we'll make sure it gets to me. I'd be happy to answer more of your questions.